I went out last night for the first time in yonks, and quite a lot of things happened to me in this night. Did women attraction happen? Yes. Am I gonna talk to you guys about it? Maybe. Like I talk about it so much. Surely you guys are sick of hearing it. But one thing that really did truly stick with me, I was overhearing some guys talk, right? And there was a guy talking to another guy, who's asking him like, oh yeah, like what do you do with yourself, man? And the guy that he asks goes, oh yeah, pretty much like I work like a job I hate my job. I work that on the weekdays, but you know, I come out here on the weekends and just get fucked up, man. Just get fucked up. And I thought, I heard this and I was like, fuck, dude, I can relate to this guy on another level. I used to live my life like this, man. I used to work jobs, tradie jobs, factory jobs that I used to despise. I used to get up every morning, see my alarm and then be like, fuck my life. Like another day of this shit. For fuck's like, I don't even want to be here right now. Fuck this shit. Fuck having someone else tell you when I have to get up. Like, yeah, you've got to get up at this time. I hated it. I hated every moment of getting up, going to work. I hated it. But on the weekends, I would come and I would get fucked up. I would drink a little, smoke a little. And, you know, I thought at the time, like, wow, I guess this is alright. I guess this makes up for it. But it was almost the idea of the weekend being good. That's what actually made it good. The expectation of the goodness was what made it good. Because when I was in there, when I was at the weekend at that time in my life, when I was in the time in my life where I said, okay, this is what I live for, it was mediocre at best. It was not good. I was like, wow, is this really what I'm living for? Like really, like I'm too nervous to approach chicks. I don't even really like drinking. The only time I come is just to smoke with my mate. Like that's the only fun I have. But this is what I'm living for, I guess. This little small period of my life, that's the week. That's the week. I hate this much and I like this much. Like it was misery, honestly. Even when I went this weekend, like this was the first time I went out properly in so long, as I said. And I was there, I was like, what the fuck? Is this really worth it? Like, it's so bad. Like, I was just, this is so not worth, man, honestly. Like, I used to enjoy it more back in the day, because when I first started to make a change, when I first started to do self-help, I would go out and then I'd talk to chicks. It would inflate my ego so much, I'd be like, oh my god, man, like, I'm like a pimp, bruh. I'm like Dan Bilzerian reincarnated, dude. Like, I thought I was top shit because I was talking to some drunk women. I thought I was on top of the world. But now I do it, I'm like, this is so not good. Like, these women, they're so boring. All they talk about is themselves. And they're just fucked up all the time. Why do I even want to spend time listening to them? It's such a waste of time, honestly. So now I do it, it might inflate my ego a bit more, but it's just pointless to me, honestly. Like, I'm walking around, I'm like, fuck, is this really worth it? I get home like 4 a.m, I'm like, what the fuck? The next day is just going to be wasted. It's going to be wasted, honestly. Like, I'd so rather stay home, go to the gym, get to bed early, wake up early and do yoga in the morning. I'd feel so much happier, more fulfilled. But because the idea of, oh man, you gotta go out, like you gotta go out while you're young, man, like just go out while you're young because you're not gonna be able to have that when you're older. Fuck, I don't want to go out anymore, man. Like, fuck, it's so bad, honestly. But I just know I'm gonna get sucked into like, oh, I'm like, come on, bro, this one time, it'll be worth it. This one time, you're gonna probably meet some sick people and like it never happens. Form some sick relationships with these, like, it never happens, honestly. I get, like, this is a lot of people's vice. Like, a lot of people got the chip because their life was the bars, the clubs, and they couldn't live without that. Their life would have been pointless, man. They would have been going to work and then working for nothing. A lot of people my age, older, work for the weekend, and without that, what have they got to live for? So I know a lot of people that didn't want to take it, this thing, you know what I mean, but took it Because without that vice, their life, not as good. Not as good at all, man. Honestly. And you know, I just feel once you start to properly take care of yourself, man, you just, you hear people say, take care of yourself. Like, what does that even mean? It means something different for everyone, man, honestly. Like, some people, it's just getting off social media. Some people, it's going to the gym. Some people, it's meditate. Like, it's different for everyone, but just find what it is for you that works and just stick to that. Because I get like, oh, the yin and the yang, you gotta have work and play, but man, I feel like the play is just work to me now, like, honestly. It's just, I don't like talking to drunk people. Even when I have a little buzz going, like, it's so boring. The only thing that's good is I get to use this ism that I'm learning, man, for the second time. Like, I read books about pimps again, I just used to, like, get to use it on women. Like, I was talking to this bitch, massive, like, stripper tits. I asked her, are those real? And she's like, yeah, do you want to feel them? Massive, and I could see her nipples, bro. It was unreal. Unreal. I was using my ism on her, sitting back, not smiling, not showing emotion, and she was like, oh my god, you guys are like so funny. Like, where are you from? Like, oh my god. But I was staying calm, collected. I wasn't reacting to, I was like, what's your name? Like, oh, like, yeah, you're really pretty. Like, nah, I was just like stoic, emotionless, because that's how you get the bad ones, honestly. I used to think back in the day, like, the more nice I was, the more they want to like me, but if you just stay cool, calm, collected, deepen your voice a little bit. Like, see how my voice has gone deeper now. Like, this is how I was to this bitch with massive titties, and I don't know, she was just loving it. But I don't know, so see how my voice changes when I talk to you cunts. I feel there's a struggle in between my mind. Like, yeah, when I want a bad woman, that's how I do it. Like, I show less emotion, but that's not being myself. And I want a woman that I can be myself around. I want a chick where I can just be weird, I can be myself, like I am on this camera. But when I do that, the success rate isn't as high, because showing emotion is a feminine trait. So when you're feminine around a feminine female, she's gonna be like, nah, I don't want you, I want a masculine male. And what's masculine? Staying in your masculine frame and not showing as much as emotion, as little emotion as you can. That's pimp shit right there. But yeah, I guess this is just a rant about going out, man, honestly. I just really see it. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth getting home like 4, 5, 6 a.m. even? Like, I remember I used to go out when I was 18. I used to get home like 7 a.m. and I'd wake up like 6 o'clock the next day. My day wouldn't even exist. Honestly, it's just wasted. And there's only so many days you've got. Time's limited, so, you know, pick and choose your nights out, man. Make sure you're not just going out for the sake of going out. And remember, sometimes it's almost the expectation of the night is better than the actual night. That's what I struggle with sometimes. Anyway, stay salubrious, peace and love. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Yeah. Have I said it? Oh, did I say frick the system? I don't know. Yeah.